What's up, YouTube? It's T Money. Today we're gonna be doing I don't know, I'm a little late on this one, but it's Wednesday night, so that means tomorrow's Thursday, which means we're getting ready closer to another week of college football, and might as well. And I haven't thought of a video idea for a while now, so what I'm gonna be doing is I'm gonna be going over big games that, well, not just big games. I'm just gonna go over every game over the weekend, and I'm gonna make a prediction for it, a quick one. So let's get started. Friday night, September 13th, Friday the 13th of all days, we have the number 20 Washington State Cougars versus the University of Houston Cougars, I believe. I believe that's what it is. Washington State Cougars versus the Houston Cougars? Yeah, Washington State Cougars versus the Houston Cougars. Washington State is favored. Where was that at? Washington State is favored. Going back to take a look at it. See what they're favored by. I know they're favored. They're favored by 8.5. I think Houston actually puts up a fight, but then again, I don't know. But since it's Friday the 13th, usually something bad happens. So something bad's gonna happen to one of these two teams, and I think Washington State's actually going to lose this game, only because it's only an 8.5 spread, and if Washington State wins this game, Houston beats the spread. That is the prediction. Either Houston wins or Washington State wins, but Houston beats the spread. That's the prediction I'm going with. Now we get to the games on Saturday. We've got Arkansas State at Georgia. Georgia favored by 33 points. I'm not even thinking about picking against Georgia. Too good. I got Georgia winning big time. But I don't have Arkansas State beating the spread on that one, because of the fact that Arkansas State, they're not that good of a team this year. They've won their first game, lost their second game. Next step. Well, actually, I don't know how they did. I'm just looking at the records 1-1 at the moment. Oh, okay. So next we have another Big Ten matchup of the week. We have Ohio State taking on Indiana. I think Indiana does give Ohio State a run for their money, but Ohio State still pulls it off at the end. It's going to be a good one there, because Indiana, I mean, they can surprise people. Next up, we have the Battle of Pennsylvania as Penn State hosts Pittsburgh. The spread is 17.5. I'm still going with Penn State. Obvious reasons. Pittsburgh does beat the spread, though. Pittsburgh is actually going to be a surprise team this year. I'm calling for it. I got Maryland at Temple. This is a good game. It's only a touchdown for the spread, but I don't think that Temple, well, who knows, actually. Temple has surprised a couple teams in the past. You know what? I think they actually do pull it off this time. I think Temple actually pulls off the upset. That's my prediction. Up next, and those are the only 11 o'clock games going on. Arkansas State, Georgia, Ohio State, Indiana, Pittsburgh, Penn State, and then Maryland, Temple. 4 games to start at 11 o'clock. That's it. And then we get down to the only game that starts at 1:30. New Mexico at number 7, Notre Dame. This game's on NBC because Notre Dame doesn't really play on ESPN nor CBS. They're actually partnered with NBC, so they play their games. And I think Notre Dame actually does pull off this win. Not by much, though. I'm calling a lot of close games. I will call a lot of blowout games, too. But I don't think Notre Dame... I think Notre Dame actually gets a run for their money on this one. I got Notre Dame winning, though. Next up, we have the number 2 ranked Alabama Crimson Tide and South Carolina. Our first SEC matchup of the year. And I think that it's going to be a close game. I don't think it's going to be a good game, though. South Carolina makes it close, but let's just be honest. It's Alabama. It's Nick Saban. You can't go against Nick Saban and expect to win. Iowa State almost did it. But that's just because the refs don't know how to call if it's good or not, if it goes right over the upright. I mean, look at 2000, what was it, 1? The 2001 Insight Bowl when they played Alabama, lost 14-13, but the ball goes over the upright. Technically was good. Ref immediately comes out and says no good. And then 2011, Oklahoma State, Iowa State. Oklahoma State goes to kick the field goal, potentially winning the ball game. Misses it. They go to overtime. Iowa State pulls off that upset. Give me just 1 second. There we go. That stool that I was sitting in was getting uncomfortable. So now we go down to Stanford, UCF. UCF, their 3 straight in a row unbeaten streak actually came to an end last year. It ended in their bowl game. Their undefeated streak overall ended in a bowl game. But their regular season unbeaten streak has yet to end. UCF continues that tear. They are considered a Power 5 school, which is bogus. They need to get into better action. I don't know why it's that they haven't even talked to like SEC or maybe even the Big 12 or maybe even the Big 10. They could be a legit contender for a national championship. But again, UCF, they're favored by 7.5. Stanford beats the spread, but UCF still pulls off the victory. Next, we have the USC Trojans taking on the BYU Cougars. And I don't think this is going to be a close game at all. BYU has the talent. So does USC. But USC overpowers big time. I'm going with Southern California. Now we're into the 3 o'clock games. Arizona State taking on Michigan State. This is going to be a good matchup. Michigan State, yes, they're favored by 14.5 points, but then again, you got to think. Arizona State. It's Arizona State. They're like one of the top teams in the Pac-12. But then again, you also have Michigan State, who is ranked and is one of the top teams in the Big Ten. This is going to be a dogfight. I think the spread's 14.5. Arizona beats that spread big time, but they fall by a field goal. That's my prediction. And we're gonna skip this next game because this is actually the game of the week. College Game Day is at this game. If you guys don't know what game that is, we're gonna go back to it at the end because it is my game. It is my state's game. So yeah, we're going to skip that one for now. Utah taking on Idaho State. I'm not even going to pick who's going to win that game. There's not even a spread for this game. This game's not even going to be on television, it's looking like. Because it's a FCS team. Utah wins. Next, you have Auburn taking on Kent State Golden Flashes. Auburn with a 35.5 point spread, and I think Auburn covers more than that, like way more. Auburn with the victory on that one. We're in a week where there's a lot of schools on a bye week. We're already halfway through the page right now, except for one game that we're going to cover at the very end. But let's continue. We have Florida versus Kentucky. Oh my goodness. Florida favored by 8.5 points. It's not going to be that good. I think it's actually going to be a better game than what probably a lot of people are going to be saying. No, Florida's going to blow them out of the water. No. This is our second SEC game of this week. There's two there's 3 conference week. 4 of them actually. 4 conference games this week. But still, I got Florida winning. Because, I mean, who doesn't love Gators? Just kidding. That's not the reason they win. I think Florida wins. They've got the talent. Kentucky also has the talent. But this is the team's first big opponent in their entire schedule. Florida, Kentucky. It's always going to be a good matchup. Keep an eye on that one. Florida's going to pull it off. It's not going to be close. It's going to be close though. Lamar at Texas A&M. I don't even know what college Lamar is. It's an FCS school. There's not even a spread. It's going to be on ESPNU. But I'm predicting Texas A&M all the way on that one. Because I have family personally that went to college there. But also Texas A&M. It's a college I've never heard of. You get the point. Moving down another game, we have the Clemson Tigers taking on the Syracuse Orange. In Syracuse, it's at the Dome. Clemson, I don't think has played inside. Oh no, yeah they have. It's been a while though, but it's another conference game. ACC. Syracuse has one win, one loss. I think that Syracuse beats the spread. It's 27.5. Syracuse beats that spread, but I don't think they actually pull. I think they come short of the win, giving them a big stun. So, but Clemson still ends up pulling off the win because it's Clemson, the national champions. They still find a way to get shit done. Moving down the line, we have Northwestern State taking on LSU. I don't even know. I'm predicting LSU because Northwestern State's 0-2. I'm not predicting a big upset here. But don't count on it not happening. Next up, we have the Hawaii Rainbow Warriors taking on the Washington Huskies? Yes. Hawaii. I watched the highlights when they played Arizona. Oh my God, what an upset. Arizona, final play of the game. It was a Hail Mary. Everyone was going to the end zone. One player came back to catch the ball at the 50, gets all the way down to inside the 5 and gets tackled at the 1, a yard short. Hawaii stunned Arizona, and last week they got the win. I don't even know who they played because I actually haven't watched. I didn't pay that much attention to last week because Iowa State did not play. I only pay attention to college football if Iowa State's playing during the week. But yeah. But I'm going to predict the upset. It's 21.5 point favorite for the Huskies. I'm going to predict the Mountain West actually overtops the Pac-12 here. Because it's Hawaii. They're already ruled out. In someone's opinion, they've already been ruled out for the college football playoff. But Hawaii, though, upsetting a Pac-12 team. They've got another one on their slate. They can do it. Who knows? They go on an undefeated season. Don't count them out yet. Even though the college football playoff committee doesn't know how to pick teams to be in the college football playoff anyway. Yeah, guys. I'm calling you guys out. Florida State taking on Virginia, another ACC matchup this weekend. I don't think it's going to be close at all. It's Virginia. But then again, it's actually only a 7.5 point spread, which is interesting. Because Florida State had a real bad game. Or was that Tennessee? That was Tennessee, excuse me. Tennessee starting 0-2. Take note of that. They're not on this week's schedule, but yeah. Florida State, Virginia. I think I'm gonna go with Virginia on this one. Don't know why. I just have a good feeling about Virginia winning this game. Is that good enough reason? I don't know. Let me know in the comments. Got Oklahoma, UCLA. Oh, UCLA looking for their first win of the year. They're 0-2. They've got Oklahoma coming into town. I think this is the first time these two teams have actually ever played each other. I'm actually going to check that out. Hold on one second. Okay, so these two teams have met before. The current streak between these two teams is only one. The last time these two teams played was 2005, where it was in Pasadena. It was at UCLA. UCLA blew the water out of Oklahoma 41-24. The last time these two teams officially met was in 2018, which was last year. 49-21 Oklahoma. But before that, Oklahoma has basically owned the series so far. But then again, you never know. It's Oklahoma. It's UCLA. I'm still going to predict Oklahoma on this one. Hi.
So hi, baby.
Hi, guys. I'm kind of in the middle of a video here. I'm doing college football predictions for week number 3. Mystic Blue Queen kind of making a special appearance here.
So Mystic Blue here is actually taking over his YouTube for right now while I upload mine.
Oh, God.
Actually,
We've got a couple more games to go through, but guys, just give me just 1 second here.
so I want to show you what it's like on a Wednesday night that I don't have to work. Of course, my baby's here at the computer being a nerd.
Going over college football.
Me and that baby were in the living room watching some Ghost Adventures in the dark.
It's a good show. It's on Travel Channel. If they still do it, check it out.
We've been binge watching it on Hulu and Cinema, an amazing app. Honestly, I don't know what I would do without these two. They're just freaking amazing.
Here, hang on. I got the microphone down here. You actually have the... She has a glowing flamingo.
As you could tell from my video, that was kind of what I was using to actually give us light in the living room. Because, like I said, we don't have the lights turned on in there, so it's really dark. So you actually can't see anything. But I'm going to let my nerd get back to what he was doing. I'm going to go back in here and cuddle with my Pinkie Pie. I love you, baby.
Love you too.
Okay. As always, this is your girl, Mystic Blue Queen. Have a great night, y'all.
Okay, I did not expect that at all. That was not planned.
And
That
love
was
it.
that was not planned. I did not expect that at all. But anyway, guys, back to the predictions. We have Texas taking on Rice. Rice is also looking for their first win of the year. And I think they actually pull it off. Texas does have a loss. They lost last week, I believe. So, yeah, they lost to LSU last week. But the spread is 32. But I wouldn't count out LSU or Rice not pulling off an upset. I don't think they do, actually. But I'm not counting out that Texas doesn't have like a little scare from last week, because that was a really good game by them. All of their energy could have been drained. Even though they get a week to prepare for games, it might be close. I don't know. I know Bryce is going to beat this spread. That's all I know. The 2 nightcap games. That's actually the Oklahoma and Texas games are actually the 2 7 o'clocks. The nightcaps. We got Portland State taking on Boise State. I think Boise State wins that game. I'm a Boise State fan, so that game I really cannot pick against. And it's Portland State out of Portland, Oregon. Like, come on. Montana, Oregon. I gotta pick Oregon, because it's the Quacks. And now, for ESPN's Game of the Week. It's the annual battle between the Hawkeyes and the Cyclones. The spread is really close. It's a safety and a half. Iowa State coming off a surprising win, or a surprise. They got the win, but a surprise against Northern Iowa, almost getting stunned. They're not even ranked according to ESPN. But on the AP poll, they are ranked. And then you have the Iowa Hawkeyes, who just steamrolled over their first 2 opponents. Are the Hawkeyes ready for the Cyclones. Give me that side head. No, they're not. Yes, they're on a 4-game winning streak against Iowa State. Yes, they've blown their opponent out of the water for the past 2 weeks. But they're not ready for the Cyclones. Here's the reason why. Iowa State has had those scares before in week 1. But they didn't play last week. So they had 2 straight weeks to prepare for the Hawkeyes. Iowa had to focus on a different opponent before they got to us, the Cyclone Nation. Yes, I'm a Cyclone fan. And so is Mystic Blue Queen over here. And I almost knocked over the fire extinguisher.
That's not a fire extinguisher.
Looks like a fire extinguisher. But anyway. The Cyclones are gonna pull it off. The Cyhawk Trophy is in Ames. And it is damned. It is gonna be damned to stay there this year. I have had so many trash talk by Iowa fans. And I keep telling them, just keep on talking. Let the game decide. And that's what's gonna happen. The game is gonna decide what that trash talk means. It's going to be all for nothing is what I say. Take a guess. You'll figure it out.
Who's talking about, baby?
Your fucking husband. I'm on YouTube. I could swear. But yeah. And tickets for this game. You'll never believe how much they're going for. Triple digits. The lowest ticket price for this game is $222. This is an expensive game. Because you know, the entire state of Iowa gathers at one point. And this year, it's going to be Ames. And I think the Cyclones pull it off. Iowa State with the victory. Final score, I'm even going to predict a final score. It's going to go to 5 overtimes. And I have no words for what that just happened. Anyways, guys, the Cyclones are going to pull it off. The game day is in Ames this week. For the first time ever, the Cyhawk series gets college game day. Watch it. It's on ESPN. It's a 3-hour morning show from 8 o'clock to 11 o'clock. Watch it. Because I know for us, and I pray to the gods this is going to be a true fact. We'll get to see a new mascot head on good old Lee Corso. And I'm praying for it. And Lee Corso, if you hear this, I want to see it on your head at least. If you pick Iowa over Iowa State, at least put Cy's head on first. Because I do want to see the Cy head on you. Because it would look fucking good. And that's going to be it for the video, guys. Thank you guys for watching. Until next time, I'm out. And there goes the phone because it's also out. Peace out, guys.